Hey guys, how's it going? How's it going? I hope you liked my last video and it didn't blow your eardrums out or anything. I know it sounded a little louder than I expected, so sorry about that. We got some Minecraft gameplay here. Hope you guys like my bed. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I think it's worth trying. So I just wanted to come in to talk to you guys about an old friend of mine. And I'm not referring to the one that robbed me, and I'm not referring to the one that ditched me in a city at night. The old friend that I'm talking about is Solo Leveling. Now, I will say that anime is kind of a weird thing. It has amazing storytelling. It has emotional moments as well, and it even has waifus that will make even the strongest man, Christian man, reverse the video 30 seconds. So, most notably though, I think the most notable thing about anime is the crazy fights that happen. It really like makes an anime in even like down a couple years in the future. You can still look at like an anime and you can judge based on how the fights, like how good the show is. Like that'll, for a lot of people, I think if Naruto had like bad fights or something, that would not. I mean, it would just be not a popular show. And I think one interesting thing is like the anime fights. It's not something that you can find in any other form of media. Just because you're like punching through planets, or just like fighting on the moon, and just like things that you can't really like copy in other forms of media. Maybe like a book, but I'm a sucker for some good fight scenes. I will say I love One Punch Man. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously. I love Mob Psycho. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. I haven't watched One Piece, but I'm eventually going to get into that. And recently, yesterday, there was a crazy fight scene in Solo Leveling between Biru and Jinwoo. So now I have to say I have been a bit hostile towards Solo Leveling, especially on my Twitter, and maybe I'll talk about that in a second. But first, I want to talk about the good things. This fight that happened yesterday was pretty top tier. Like it's on par with like Boros versus Saitama, One Punch Man, and it really blew a lot of people out of the water. I think on Crunchyroll, it's like the most liked episode of all time, and I think it got that in like an hour. Now I will say though, again, it is a little weird how it got so many likes so quickly. I don't know exactly how that's possible that they got so many likes, but hey, it is a solid fight. Between the frames where they put a lot of attention into detail, the part where Jinwoo and Biru are fighting, and you see sort of like the lines that appear instead of them. It's just kind of showing how fast they're going. I thought that was done really well, and it's actually changing my opinion sort of towards Solo Leveling. So now let me say something about why I'm not the biggest fan of Solo Leveling, and that simply comes down to the fact that everything seems so forced. And I know you're probably thinking like, well, duh, it was written by someone, like he forced it to happen, right? But no, what I'm talking about is like in every scene, if there's like any girl, even like a girl a mile away, she will like her glare will turn towards Jinwoo, and she'll be instantly enchanted by him. And he doesn't literally have to say anything at all. He can just look at her, kind of look at her angrily. He has like that look to him, and for whatever reason, they just fall for him, and it's a little cheap too. I think there was one scene where he was like protecting a girl, and then like she blushed afterwards, and I was just like, it's just so overplayed, and it's just not. It doesn't feel like natural at all. I think it was like with Chahae, her. But I'm gonna ignore that because this fight scene was so good. They did it really well, and I think one thing that I kind of use to judge a fight scene is like if they use frames more than one time, like if they have to copy like a frame and like keep dropping it, like if they have a sword clash, like they just keep clashing and there's just like a flash in the air and they just keep doing that. It's like that could be done so much better. But there was none of this in the most recent episode of Solo Leveling. And I know, like, you know, it's easy to get all up in arms about someone not liking your favorite show. But the only reason I am critical about it is because I know that it can be so good. Like, I've read through part of the manhwa, and I was really enjoying it. But I think it lost me when they were like pushing so much action, and Jinwoo like was just doing his regular aura farming, and then like the Chahae or whatnot, she was just like dumbfounded with him. Like, it's like, dude, he's not all that, and you only saw him for like 1 second. Aren't you supposed to be like a S rank hunter? And now you're just like, oh, I can't control my emotions. And that just seemed like, I don't know, it just seems like it could have been done so much better. But hey, I've never written a manhwa before. I don't think I ever will. I can draw stick figures, that's about it. And I don't know if I can make a compelling stick figure manhwa. So yeah, I want to pay closer attention to the anime though now. So I'm like, before I was probably not on board with it. Now I'm like, it can be, it has potential, and I think if A1 continues to put out like the same quality of shows each time, then yeah, I'll be on board, and I'll even change all my beliefs about it. I'm not someone who is hard stuck on one thing. I think that's just the right thing to do. You don't want to continue to criticize something even if you find out you're wrong, right? Is that obvious to everyone, or any questions in the crowd? Okay, so now one other thing that is I'm going to try and run through really quickly. So the likes on the episode, how did it get so many likes so quickly? I know it's so good, but it just seems like the amount of likes that it has compared to, I mean, like ReZero, which is out right now, it doesn't seem like it fits. It seems like it's like way too much, or it's like inflated. And I don't know. The only thing that I think would help me figure this out, like where all these likes are coming from, it's probably Twitter, because for whatever reason there's like 1 billion Twitter accounts with like Jinwoo's face on it, and like he's aura farming as he does. And I don't know where the heck they came from. So it's a little sussy-wussy. But I guess that doesn't change the fact that the last episode was really good. So yeah, hopefully it is all organic. And yeah, it's all good. I would love for the production quality to be on par with like Ufotable, with like Demon Slayer. Just every single fight scene is beautiful, and every scene is like really beautiful. But yeah, I don't know what the heck the deal is if Jinwoo's clones, shadows, are like on Twitter writing reviews about the show. Because it really is like astounding the number that they got. Hey, look at that island over there. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I just wanted to comment on that. I'm pretty excited about it, and I think if they continue to put out shows of this quality, then I could see it being anime of the year, or at least a contender, which isn't bad. And I will walk back what I said, but I want to see first. All right, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks.